Support comes from Missouri Forest Products Association, committed to sustainable and sound conservation of the state's forests, which support more than 41,000 Missouri jobs, resulting in a $10 billion industry. ChooseWood.com.
From the St. Louis Public Radio Newsroom, this is The Gateway. It's Tuesday, February 2nd. I'm Wayne Pratt. Questions still surround the coronavirus vaccine rollout. It's prompting the St. Louis Board of Aldermen to hold a special committee meeting today to examine the issue. Officials from Mayor Lyda Krewson's office and the city's health department will attend. The mayor says the city has vaccinated roughly 4,500 people so far. The lagging vaccine rollout is prompting Missouri to change its distribution model. Sebastian Martinez Valdivia reports it's part of the effort to speed up the process.
Missouri will be sending just over half of its weekly vaccine shipments to nearly 30 hospitals across the state in the coming month. The State Department of Health and Senior Services says it chose facilities with the capacity to carry out 5,000 vaccinations per week, although the allocations for each may be lower. Missouri Hospital Association spokesperson Dave Dillon says putting hospitals in charge will help streamline distribution.
We're structured to do this kind of work. Many of our hospital systems, they can use multiple hospitals as platforms, and they also have very strong community connections.
The state expects to get weekly shipments of 76,000 doses from the federal government. Missouri has consistently ranked in the bottom 5 states nationally by percentage of population vaccinated. I'm Sebastian Martinez Valdivia.
Changing the vaccine appointment method is being pushed by a coalition of medical professionals in Illinois. Dr. Vineet Arora is a physician and founder of Impact. That's an Illinois-based healthcare advocacy organization formed in response to the pandemic. She says the current piecemeal approach to vaccination is frustrating and unequal, especially for seniors.
The major group that's harmed by websites that use a first-come, first-served basis are going to be groups that lack either technology access, like high-speed Wi-Fi, or that do not have the technology literacy.
Impact wants Illinois to move to a pre-registration system where people can submit their names and information to health departments or pharmacies and then are assigned a time to sign up for an appointment. The group says this is a more equitable way to distribute the limited supply of COVID-19 vaccine. Missouri lawmakers have questioned the state's top labor official about a plan to require people to repay $96 million in unemployment benefits that may have been received by mistake during the pandemic. St. Louis Public Radio's Corinne Ruff reports on yesterday's House Budget Committee meeting.
The federal government gave states the ability to waive overpayments of unemployment benefits during the pandemic, but Missouri doesn't plan to do that. Labor Department Director Anna Hughes said the vast majority of overpayment cases don't involve fraud. She said the state is offering payment plans to recoup millions of federal dollars, money that will go back to the U.S. Treasury.
We are really trying to work with people. We understand, again, we get additional information. We know there are a lot of first-time filers. It's a complicated program.
State representatives, including Republican Scott Cupps from Shell Knob, expressed frustration over the plan that requires Missourians pay back the money.
In almost every instance that I've heard about, they have spent that money.
Hugh is expected to appear before other committees this week to discuss the issue. I'm Corinne Ruff, St. Louis Public Radio.
The main building of the old Wood River Power Station in East Alton has been demolished. It came down yesterday morning, but a last-minute change in plans left 3 smokestacks at the old coal plant intact for now. A representative from the Wood River Drainage and Levee District says the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers needs more time to examine how the smokestack implosions will affect nearby levees. Andrew Rain is a civil engineer with the Prairie Rivers Network. That's an organization which works on pollution issues throughout Illinois. He says the demolition leaves more questions for environmental groups.
I don't know if I should look at this and think, is that just the standard of demolitions? There isn't really anywhere to turn to really get those answers, it seems like.
Rain says more coal power plants are set to come offline in Illinois in the coming years. Some items we are following today in the St. Louis Public Radio Newsroom. As we mentioned off the top, a St. Louis Board of Aldermen committee will meet to discuss the coronavirus vaccine rollout. Also, St. Louis County is planning to open its first mass vaccination site today. Officials chose St. Louis Community College's Florissant Valley campus as the location in an effort to reach residents from predominantly black areas of North County. Before wrapping up, the Cardinals have finalized an off-season blockbuster.
And this ball crushed high and deep left field. Take a good look. You won't see it for long. First road home run of the year for Nolan Arenado.
Meet the Cardinals' new third baseman, Nolan Arenado. That audio from Major League Baseball is the sound of one of the five-time All-Stars home runs for Colorado in last year's pandemic-shortened regular season. The Cards are sending 5 players to the Rockies in return. This trade comes as Major League Baseball and the Players Union have released statements saying they are planning to start the 2021 season on time, despite the pandemic. Shula Newman is the executive editor of St. Louis Public Radio, music by Ryan McNeely of Adult Fur. I'm Wayne Pratt. From the St. Louis Public Radio newsroom, this has been The Gateway.
Support comes from the Missouri Forest Products Association, committed to conservation and careful management of the state's forests to make them more resilient and better habitats for wildlife. ChooseWood.com.